Hello, folks. Hopefully this thing is on properly now. Alright, so, yeah, more Javelin stuff came out, so, go ahead and do this thing. So, first of all, I should mention, music in the background, this is from, Shock Music. I put the link in the description. They've basically been going well, they've been going and doing, like, AC-inspired music and stuff, and apparently now they're moving on to stuff from AC2, so get to see all kinds of cool new stuff coming up pretty soon. So we'll see that pretty soon here. Also, just hang on, just noticed Voctor is asking with what? Dang it, it's always weird. Every time I go and try to at that guy, it's always the same thing. I'm like, dang it, I put in Voctor, but like, no, you need it to have the weird twiddly over the A, so it's not going to recognize it. Alright, so we're starting off with Lab 6. Again, haven't really seen these, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, we got the Phantasma head. This guy's a friggin' walking brick house. Holy dang. Actually, I wonder if it was meant to be like a sort of house-looking aesthetic. I got verticals, got mids, got torpedoes. This guy's going for that double pulse, isn't he? I think that's the... No, that's not the EO core. Alright, let's do this crap. Alright. Break out the decoys early. Guarantee we're going to need a few of these. Probably want to set them on fire. Burn them down a little bit, run them out of ammo. In fact, you know what? Let me move my windows a slight tad here. That's kind of distracting. Sorry. Had the thing a little bit to the left, and it was just bugging me way more than it should have. Alright, come on. Come on, Pally. I know you want to join this party. Alright, interesting. He's going for ECMs. Probably should have done a bit of a warm-up round before this, huh? Oh well. Punch him a little. Nope. Yeah, there we go. If I'm too close, he's just missing entirely with most of it. Oh. And flubbed it. Although, funnily enough, this is working out just fine. Huh. New strategy discovered. Run out of energy on purpose. Beat the guy anyway while charging. Wait. Let's see. My maths AC3 Buster thing should be out in 2 to 3 days. Wait. AC3 Buster thing? Oh, wait, Buster... Okay, I'm misunderstanding, because originally I thought you said Buster's thing, and then for some reason I thought it was like a thing for breaking AC3 out of nowhere. I don't know. My brain's in a weird place today. Actually got sleep. It's unusual. I can think. Alright. Let's go ahead and drop that. Yeah, I had this... Well, technically still do have this weird disease that my cousin gave me a little while ago. Like it's basically like a cold, except you don't get any side effects aside from like pretty extreme muscle pain. It's like to the point where you like wake up because your arm doesn't work. It was really stupid. Don't get that disease. I don't even know what it was called. It just really sucked. He just came over with it one day. You know, we're all kind of laughing like, oh, haha. You know, he's just falling on the ground in pain. It's you know, must be overreacting. And yeah, no. Not overreacting. Definitely not overreacting. Right, nailing you. These seem to be going for wider dodges, I've noticed. Way more aggressive with it. Not sure why it lagged a little bit to fire that last little shot. What is this sleep? It's this thing where you basically go unconscious and like fall into a soft square for a while. Like, body slam that thing, and then you wake up and you realize you slept wrong, and, kind of bit a hole in your gum. That always sucks, too. Alright, moving on. What are you? I'm seeing a moonlight, so, got some turn boosters. Okay, you're gonna be a DPS. Well, you're gonna be an armored DPS build. move this a little bit. Mine's a lumpy rectangle. Well, I mean, same difference. Lumpy happens. Mattresses certainly don't last forever. Hell, I refused to get rid of mine for, like, a frickin' decade. Then finally my wife's like, no, dude, I'm not sleeping on that thing. Either you're sleeping on the couch, or, you know, or you're sleeping on the new mattress, because I'm throwing this thing out whether you want it out or not. Alright. I'm worried about this guy's Sawa and his grenade and all that, but I think... yeah, as long as I space it in between his shots... I've lost the DPS race here. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, like, dodge and hit him with a few shots, and dodge and hit him with a few, etc. I guess he's on fire, so I can be a little bit less aggressive with it. God, I love that. You know, I love that feeling that's... it's kind of distinctly early 3rd gen for the series, I feel. Like, when it just gets completely into muscle memory, you know, when you have some weird gimmick that you wanted to follow for a while, and then it just gets completely into muscle memory. Come on. He's got some weird lag on his grenade, I noticed. So I wonder if he's specifically timing it weird. Because he's not taking his first opportunity to fire, unless he's got an incredibly slow lock. Unclear. But he's dead, so that's fine. Yeah, I really like this guy's music. Sounds like he's going to be putting out a fair bit of it. Alright. Yeah, you look like you belong in the cover of a title box. I've got... oh, okay. For a second there I was looking at him like, why does he have missile extensions? No, those are anti-missiles. Alright, so dead weight. All I'm really worried about here is this guy's grenade launcher. I know, right? I did a WinRAR. Oh, thought he might go around the corner, but he waited. Clever bastard. Actually, speaking of clever bastards, I saw Jurassic World the other day. You know what? That was way the hell better than expected. Like, I went in with ridiculously low expectations after hating the hell out of the first one. And, like, okay, so first Jurassic Park, amazing. Second one, still pretty good. The third one, garbage. Then yeah, World comes out, and it was just a big old pile of poo. It was pretty freaking awful. But then yeah, went to see that one. You know, wife's telling me, like, okay, coworkers want to go see it. You're coming with. So I go and, you know, we go and see it, and I'm like, yeah, sure enough, it was actually good. And I'm legitimately excited to see a sequel, because they set up some interesting stuff there. Also, I'm screwing this fight up very badly. Because he's about to get me here in a second. Yeah, there we go. Well, first loss. That's fine. Let's do that again, this time with less stupid hopping. Thing is, I was going a little bit too high on those hops, so it was delaying my recovery, which was essentially causing me to be a bit slow on the counter shots, which, you know, thing after thing after thing after thing. He's a good AI. Okay, there he goes. He's plinking away, plinking away. There we go. Yeah, that's what I mean. I need to be timing it like that. Yeah, I kind of wonder when the name of this weird muscle pain disease nonsense is. Like, it seems to get fixed with Theraflu, but still, annoying as hell. Oh, hey, Mr. Javelins, are you in this one today? Because I know I saw you in the... oh, dang it, I screwed it up again. Oh, you little bastard. Yeah, I know. Going on the victory lap here, like, oh, ha, you screwed up. Dang it. Do that again. Let's see, I remember I was talking about Rogue Squadrons, where when they see 3 missions, right, strip... Which one would that be? Like, I haven't played much of Rogue Squadron, but I remember it being really good. Alright, come on, wrist. You know what? Watch goes bye-bye. Stupid pinching nonsense. There we go. Now we should be able to get you. I was getting him last time until I screwed up the energy there. I'm like a good 2000 AP lead. He's very good at aerial dodging, that's for sure. Most of my hits here are coming from his recoveries. He's going for that little slight aerial hover there. Oh. Oh. Weird. Somebody just sent me a wire, but for the wrong amount. $100 off, dang it. And rip me off. There we are. There you are, Mr. Javelins. How's your day going? Still waiting to find out which one of those things was ripped from that one, because I can expect that to happen. You can definitely tell they loved some Star Wars. Remember you have to escort 3 MTs in the snow. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so you're gonna be a long-range spammer. Yeah, last time, or that last one, guarantee it would have been so much smoother. Alright, well, thing was, I wasn't paying attention to a lot of things. So first time, the jumps were a little bit too high, second one was aiming a little bit too low, you know, the usual kind of stuff. And then screwed it up. Let's make excuses for failure. Alright. You've got DPS, that's adorable. I too have DPS. And it doesn't require lock-on. Right, forgot he has a sniper rifle, so he's about to break my shields, yep. It's the weird danger, like any build with a sniper rifle against this AC. Like, it's just gonna break the shields in half, because that's what sniper rifles do, apparently. Alright, fast one here. Yeah, there we go. Can even travel through a canyon with enemies coming down the sides. I feel like that one's pretty, like, iconic in a lot of things, though. I'm gonna have to go look at a one-to-one between them now, though. I have to take a look at that at some point. Alright, number 6 seems like it was about slightly angling, if I want to say. Like, looks like very simple, very direct type of builds. Mostly direct fire, except for this one. Seemed mostly about overwhelming. And yeah, all of them had a very, like, a little slight pop to them. Made it a little bit harder to hit. So that's interesting. Alright, moving on to number 7. What's your gimmick gonna be? Alright, got Mobius again. You really like Mobius, huh? There's a lot of Mobiuses. Looking at these, I'm gonna say... Well, they're all built around light cores. I'm gonna say mobility is the running theme here. What's different about you? And Roz, so I think he's got... let's see. He might have a better generator. Everything else seems about the same. He's even using the lightweight laser. Okay. Alright, let's do this thing. Dang it, wrist. Like I noticed partway through. Like a wrist is starting to cramp up. I might go for that. Nope, nope, didn't mean to do that. Worked out perfectly, but didn't mean to do it. Nope. There you go. Are you not entertained? God, I love how somebody bailed as soon as I started explaining the failures. Like, I'm not making excuses, I'm saying why I failed. I'm not... Like, I did fail, that's no question on that one. Just really like explaining and analyzing whenever there is a failure to try and avoid it in the future. Because it's just like a bunch of little tiny micro corrections half the time with his game. There we go, he's already done for. But yeah, I'd be interested to find out the name of that one. Mr. Cow. What's funny is I was originally thinking to make this an X Division thing, but then that didn't end up happening, because as soon as I went and tried to save that from this morning, it just immediately crashed upon saving under every situation. Alright, this looks a lot like Solo. Actually, you know what? By the way, Mr. Javelins, I don't know if you already did that in these next ones, because obviously this is the first time I'm seeing them, but if you haven't remade Quebec, it'd be really awesome to see a better version of Quebec happen. Because that build has so much potential, but the in-game AI does not know what the hell to do with it. So he never actually does. He just kind of goes, and he's kind of heavy on the DPS, but he doesn't properly utilize his whole gimmick, which he basically uses a whole bunch of... Nope, didn't mean to fire there yet. Didn't fire. He needs to take his first shot. Yep. Oh, you've got swarms, huh? Actually missed the fact that he had swarms. Yeah, friggin' love Quebec. Just everything about that guy's AC. So it's a K-E-B-E-K. He's one of the ones from the sub-arena from Silent Line. Probably one of my favorites. Because it's a quad with dual pistols that face opposite directions. Cluster missiles, and... what the hell is on the other arm? The other shoulder is like a cannon of some description. And yeah, the thing's just all weird looking. Looks like a spider. Its symbol is basically just a rook. Or no, it's a knight actually. The rook is the other guy. But I always like to call him Chessmate, because he reminds me of well, Chessmate from Detective Heart of America. Just like shows up out of nowhere. It is I. I've already planned for you to lose a week ago. But can't I just move? No, I already planned for that too. Oh, you are gonna be a bum rusher and a half, aren't you? This is cool looking. Actually, this makes me think of something you'd see in Front Mission. Ah, nice. Huh. Alright, extensions, Elix. Always weird to see those called Elixes, but yeah. It's a cool one. Gee, I wonder if you're gonna go for a slash. Alright. I think we can get rid of the smalls too. It's actually funny, with a lot of these different builds here, I've actually been keeping around the smalls just for caution. Alright, so you're gonna be a hover, come on. Do this thing. Oh, right, that's the pulse, not the chain gun. Okay, right. In that case, I should worry about it. Nothing will friggin' eat my day. Set you on fire. Why can't I hit you? That's weird. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time aiming at him. A weird angle or something? Well, whatever, winning this anyway. Maybe he is moving weird. He's got a whole lot of confidence in being able to get close with that blade, but he's moving very slowly. Also makes me wonder if maybe this is the as I'm going to call it, the adieu paradox, where they're moving just slow enough that you're not used to it. You don't know what to do. And yes, I actually did see the video they tagged me on. I mean, maybe the non-boosting is just for the sake of keeping pressure on with the pulse cannon. Not sure. But yeah, I did see that video. I saw that the guy with the double linears you're talking about. Like, I started watching the first part. I haven't had a chance to finish watching the rest of it. Alright, this guy looks like if Old Lang Syne had survived and made it to Last Raven or something. Feels like this is what he would look like. You know, I'm really loving the uniform look of these, by the way. Like they have that whole unpainted, just out of the factory look to them. Actually, you know what they remind me of? They remind me of the mechs from, of all things, Police Knots. But, yeah. Wait, mine strats? Oh, yeah, he's got mines. Right. That's gonna be all about the close-range explosions. This guy's gonna be like maximum close range DPS. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna drop all the excess, go for speed, go for those counter punches. Come on. Oh. Oh, you got a very good shot right off the bat. Actually, I don't think I've seen any of these using the spread howitzer yet. I don't think so, pal. See. You got your damage spread over a bunch of weapons. I got mine spread over one. Because somebody decided this needed 2 rockets. There we go, and done. Limitary is legit. Hang on, Limitary. Is that this one's name? Wait, what's Limitary? Wait, is that this music? No, that's Mortality. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay. That's all the ones for this one, right? Okay, so that is number 7 beaten. I think that was lossless, right? Maybe. We'll assume it was. Deathless. Alright. Man, I love the blue on these ones. That's cool. The blue, like the blue glow, looks really, really nice when it comes to the linear cannon on the back there. Ah, gotta appreciate it. Okay, so we got plasma, we got swarms, we got linears. What are you doing inside? DD10s. Nifty. That's not gonna matter at all. And yeah, if you missed it earlier, the music is all just, like, it's based off of AC music. Not necessarily a cover, they're basically all just inspired by it, more or less. Actually, didn't mean to jump there, that was a bit of a hand twitch. Ah, you're gonna be a quick one. Nope. Those misses were entirely my fault. So something that I've noticed a couple times now that I'm starting to wonder about is whether there's actual like collision physics on the missiles if you happen to shoot them with something, just like in later games. Like obviously you can't lock onto them without a anti-missile system, but like I've noticed a few times where the rocket will just like fly through several missiles, and they seem to pop. I always thought they were just kind of intangible unless they hit something. Feels like the sort of thing you would have tested, Mr. Cow. What do you think? Dang it. I was hitting the button to fire, but I didn't have a chance to fire. That would have been a tie. Alright, let's do this again. Yeah, this guy's dodging's pretty darn tight. However, lessons are learned. Go ahead and do this again. Up, up. I think let's say 5 of them. And in fact, let's go ahead and move this over just a slight tad. Thank you. No excuse to lose this time because I know how he moves. And yet I still get hit. Shame. Shame, shame. Come on, hands, don't be sluggish. Yeah. One, I need several more on him though. Yeah, this guy's good. So, by the way, did Buster actually agree to do the rest now? Nah, really? Again with the same thing? Tell me on Discord? Alright, fair enough. Come on, hand. Sorry, I was mentioning it earlier. It's that same like weird muscle pain thing. I don't know why it's affecting my hand right now. Usually it's just like affecting the arms and legs, not necessarily fine motor stuff. Alright, moving on. But yeah, make no mistake, this guy is freaking quick. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, so, cool thing about how this guy's moving, by the way, you can see, like, he's making little tiny adjustments at the end of his moves, like he's kind of fidgeting back and forth a little. Nice touch. I'm assuming that's to throw off any last-minute lock-ons. Or in this case, manual fire. There we go. You did, but after the other series? Alright. Sounds good. Because, yeah, last I heard, he was taking a break from it for a while. Well, I'm guessing that would kind of count in that vein of being a while. That doesn't have OPI, really. Interesting. Hang on, so do none of the ones from this one have OPI? It's good, finally. Interesting, yeah. No, he doesn't have OPI. He's doing like his little dancing. Yeah, right there, he's doing that fidget dance. It's really hard to, where's that cancel? There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty hard one to hit with rockets, I gotta say. I mean, you know, barring that whole building a quote-unquote thick AC and letting something run into you thing, which I'd hope these ones don't. Alright, so we've got Exile 2.0. That looks like his normal build, so... do this thing. Actually, I think he's got a heavier radiator. Normally. Some others don't? Okay, gotcha. It still shows that it can be done. Now let's see if same thing works on you. Okay, set on fire. Alright, so. Base game version of him was extremely vulnerable to this. Ooh! No, he's doing it better. Good. So, what I'm trying to do there is actually try to get him to be reasonably far away. And then basically... there we go. Then trying to, like, circle dodge, more or less. Because he's got almost no defense, but yeah, this one's way better at staying on point. By the way, I'm not actually trying to stay out of bounds here. Trying to avoid using that as much as possible. In that case, he just kind of chased me in that direction. But yeah, this guy is... ooh, this guy is on point. But yeah, even the 1000 MG runs out eventually, so... kind of the idea there. I don't know why I'm being so crappy about running out of MG today. Right, come on, then. That'd have been pretty sweet, but unfortunately not enough. Okay. Do that again. Ooh. Alright, I will take a look at that message in just a moment. Go. Find buildings, dodge. Yeah, he seems less... yeah, he definitely seems less focused on the actual blade aspect and more on just gun accuracy. So presumably when he runs out, that's when he's going to close in. Which is something that the original never really got his mind around to. That was just personal slowness right there. But just like the original, I'm going to try to run him out. The thing is, in short bursts, I can evade that thing and run him into buildings. Essentially, if I go full boost, he can't actually hit me with it. Also, long range, he can't hit with it. It's just tagging him in the meantime that's a little bit of a challenge. Like right there, he was just moving a little bit too fast. There we go, I hit him with one. If this was 3, I'd be able to see how much he has left in the tank. Right, run out of buildings there. Let's go over here. I assume he's going to get hyper-aggressive as soon as he runs out. Because, yeah, he's not saving anything for the blade. He's using everything to try and get close and use the MG. Which is the right way to do it, really. Just keeping that constant pressure on, and he's keeping a weird angle. Backed off. Is that a draw out or not? Seems far more accurate. Like to an almost comical degree. I'm seeing almost no waver on this thing. Going direct. Now he's still firing. Okay, I want to take a look at that replay real quick. The guy who did the video with the hover legs, with the linears and inside mines is limitary. He's really good. Also, YouTube is bugging out and keeps erasing the stuff. And I try to say, well, that sucks. But yeah, I've just seen the one. I haven't really gone and looked beyond that. We're going to fast forward through this a little bit. Presumably he's only got OPI for the weight, because this guy should be pretty well overweight with the crows. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Normally it would at least give me the option of either blocking or not blocking something. But yeah, mostly here I'm curious to see how he's doing on ammo efficiency. It looks like he's very efficient with it, and very good at staying sharp. Right. We're getting close to the end of the fight. How close was I to running him out? I want to say he had like maybe 1 or 200 shots left. I think I may want to just try to do a DPS race if this is going to be like this. Yeah, no, he still had a good 200 shots left, so that's not going to be the way to do this. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright. Try to be aggressive. And go under him. They hate when you go under them, I know that much. He goes for that kind of dip, but I don't have time to actually turn around and hit him. Going for a higher elevation. I'm getting on him there. He's going for elevation again. He's actually even doing a good job of avoiding... Oh, interesting. Okay, there's one. Now he's on fire, he just got hit with both. Kind of just comes down to the whole sprint versus marathon thing. I can beat him in a sprint, but not a marathon. Yeah, this is the way to do it. About a half second off with that hand rocket. Get about one more run here. Nope, mistimed. There we go. And you're already dead. Goodbye. Have a nice life. There we go. Didn't even know mines could take out all MTs. Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense. They are on the ground. I mean, I guess they're technically going under it, but at least it gives them some use, you know? I'm gonna think, I think I tried that when I was doing the crossback run of Last Raven. That was annoying. I think that's why I actually come to think of it, I think that was the run that ended up killing my want to actually do any of Last Raven's runs. So, yeah, honestly, it's just painful with some of the challenge runs because it's less like it's less, you know, you're not doing the right thing, and more the thing that you know you need to do is just not working for some fiddly friggin' reason. And one of those things was what mines would or would not stick to. Alright. Hello there, Mr. Fun Counting. Alright, so, got another one of these ones. Feel like he's going to be an evolved version of the last one. Yeah, so far there's been only one that's, well, actually there's two that have had more than one loss. Yeah, Mr. Cow, I would not recommend it. It is not fun. Like, sorry, I accidentally bit my tongue. How the hell does that happen? But no, the starter AC at least is interesting, because you've got, you know, the sort of limited arsenal, and he's reasonably tanky, so you can do some fun stuff and all that. Like, your run of that one, really fun to watch, but Frostback is just annoying. That's the thing, like, he potentially has infinite ammo because of the EO, so you can do it that way. What it comes down to is just annoying stuff like going and repeatedly losing to time limits because, you know, his DPS is garbage, and the few weapons that he does have don't, well, they have really sucky accuracy or they have sucky range, like his mines or whatever. There was one point where, you know the one with the dam where there's all the helicopters trying to go through? It consisted of trying to jump in the air and time the EO to have exactly enough time to be able to get all the helicopters. There were two left at the very end that were hovering around, that because they were moving side to side, the EO would almost never hit. So it just resulted in going and trying to kill those stupid things off with mines. Over and over and over and over and over, and it was so annoying. It's actually one of the reasons I haven't done a rocket run of LR yet, which I will do at some point. But, man, rockets suck so bad in LR. They're just such garbage. Like, what's funny is they don't necessarily do less damage, it's just that they changed everything about them. They changed the speed that they move, they changed their hitbox, they changed the rate of fire on things, like the hand rockets are just two regular old small rockets instead of one, so you're better off using the larges in that case. Oh yeah, this guy is the epitome of armor break. Holy crap. That was weird. He stunned me so hard I completely stopped moving altogether. I got shot so many times, physics broke. They had to use a specific strat for the mission with the starter. I know, you had a bunch of really cool stuff that happened there, like especially the Jacko fight. Loved watching that one. That's kind of one of the reasons that I was really hoping that Adieu would have successfully beaten Jacko, but oh well. I'm pretty sure if I ran that fight a few times, he actually would eventually get to doing a whole, like, blading loop behind him. Alright, let's get behind this guy. Yeah, these new ones are toughies. Don't do that. Oh yeah, 4th gen is the fast one. There was nothing fast before that. Alright, come on down. I know it seems weird that I'm waiting for him to come down instead of just aiming up. But that way I can more or less figure, you know, kind of attack him at my own pace. A little bit more. Almost. I had the rocket right there. It's fine. We'll do this again. Yeah, that's one of those downsides of those runs, unfortunately. It's allocating ammo. Nobody likes logistics with this kind of game, you know? You want to get to do the actual, like, fighting and the shooting and the doing and the stuff. I guess that's kind of why AC has always kind of had a bit of a commercial infusion in that regard. Because it, you know, wants to do the whole action thing, but, you know, wants to do the whole customization thing, and it's like just writing the line. Like, I almost want to call it, like, a Western anime in a way. This is basically what happens if anime stuff goes Western. There we go. Got him in a good loop, but I can't keep it up. Yeah, he's gonna win the DPS race right here. Where is he getting so much damage from that he's actually out damaging the rockets? gonna have to double check that. And I can win this, I just need to not miss as many shots. This is very doable. Let's do that. Let's drop some decoys. Let's drop the decoys then. Like right there. Should have aimed a little bit more to the side and I would have had a bit of an AP lead. Right there, would have ended up hitting him if he didn't hit the wall, kind of thing. Kind of trying to self-narrate, as it were, more so than next plane. Analyze, analyze, analyze. Punched. Yeah, it's hard to get freebie damage on this guy. He's got this... So, here's the thing. You may be wondering, why the hell am I charging this guy instead of just running and letting him run out of his finger or whatever else? So he's not going to use his finger at long range. I already know that for a fact. He's going to keep sniping. That's going to break the shoulder guards. And basically, once those are gone, the bulk of the armor's gone, so... kind of have to let those things survive as much as possible. So I kind of have to sort of slow dodge out of his rifle and finger here. Try to DPS race some of the highest friggin' DPS in the game. There we go. Mid-range is what I need. Also need him to land more. He's got stuff for every range, too. I'm gonna have to call this guy Gary. Something for every situation. Interesting. I have to analyze his build a little more, I think. Yeah, I need to be going underneath him, that's for sure. So, let's see, breaks out of it when you go underneath. I can force a breakaway. Elevation, hard to control with this guy. It's fine. Yeah, let's take a look at him real quick. What kind of limitations we're working with. Man, this is nice! We're actually getting some of the ones that are actually putting up a huge fight. Okay, so we do have... Yeah, well, we've got a pretty solid frame on this guy. We've got a solid frame, we've got OPI. He's got lockbox for days. This is what I found hilarious, by the way, with the tournament. When the when the discussion came up of, oh, OPI is balanced because it messes with your lockbox. Uh-huh. Alrighty then. I think it's safe to say you can do pretty well fine without a lockbox extension. Okay, yeah, this guy is pretty much straight up a 4-answer build. Okay. Comes out of that. I got plenty in the... Yeah, well, there was a discussion that came up for the tournament. I mean, there was a discussion that that it would somehow be balanced, and what resulted was a whole bunch of builds with, like, chain guns and cannons. Like, yeah, it's not balanced. Are we kidding? But the justification was tiny lockbox, so therefore okay. I think it was because, you know, I guess we just wanted to see something that didn't involve banning it, but I don't know. Personally, I never liked OPI, even for just single player or whatever else. It always felt kind of dirty. I remember back in the day when my brother and I were playing AC1. It was kind of a similar thing, like, he would, you know, he was going and looking up the thing. Ah, stupid building, get out of my way. Engage. Nah, I need to disengage and hit him in the side. Okay. And that sniper rifle, man. There we go. Brains down. When I attack him with that, then he burns a little bit. Okay, I found the loop. There we go. That AC was my experimental? Yeah. Dude, this guy is awesome. This guy's, like, legit got moves for days. It's amazing. Okay, I know how to beat him. That's the loop right there. It's kind of a figure 8 of sorts. But I just need to force him to keep redirecting. Yep, frontal engage. Go under. Weave. Shoot. Right again. Make him change directions, take some shots, repeat. It's not going to be this fight. I took some bad steps, but it's possible. Unless he's out. One more shot. We're making the ACs fight between themselves. I will attempt to remake these in Formula Front someday. So that's going to be a very long thing, especially considering that we've gone way past 200 at this point. So I was honestly hoping that project got forgotten. But whatever. Might do that at some point. Actually, at this point, TBM's kind of taken over the AC AI arena thing, so whatever, that's his problem now. Alright, there we go. Circle dodge. Gotcha. I know it's a weird dodge that I'm doing here, but... Right, I shouldn't have done that. What I will say is I don't think that whole thick trick is going to work on this guy. Maybe this won't be immediately followed up with, hey, I made a way better AC than yours and just did it with a ton of armor and large rockets. I know it's not a perfect AC, dang it, I just really like this thing. Yo, nailed, 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 nailed. Yeah, he's got it. Always down to just that one last one. Alright, fine. I got this, though. Yeah, with AC2, man, that one was awesome. I think that's the closest I ever got to playing around with H+ for a while. Or just any version of that feature. Do the weave. Basically, the only time I'm going in front of him intentionally is to try and force him to waste a few shots before I weave. There we go, so we waste a few. Try to get a shot. He's not following this time. Okay, so that might not necessarily always be the trick. Okay. Dodge out of the way a little bit. He's already broken the armor. Thing is, I kind of just have to catch up with him in this phase where he's only got his rifle left. Nah, this isn't going to be the one. Dang, Gary, you're tough. Alright, there we go, do the weave. I have to up my dodging game here, dang. AC2 is hiding vital nutrients. That game is fun. Hope we do an LR tournament after SL? Hope so. Why fun counting? Because FromSoft makes sense like that. Somehow, despite the fact that they've gone back and forth on what the thing actually does, it's just a feature that keeps coming back in most of the games. And, yeah, just gives you superpowers for reasons that are never really explained. I guess the idea is supposed to be that it's, like, making you survive stuff that you shouldn't be able to, but I doubt it's, like, friggin' powering the boosters off your liver, so I don't know how that's gonna happen. Yo. Don't give him time to lock on. I'll get you, Gary. You know what? Need more appropriate... Actually, might as well lose to this guy first. Guy's gonna be the boss of this thing for sure. Such a shame, I was almost getting him and then I broke out of the weave for reasons that I really shouldn't have. Okay. I'm gonna temporarily pause this music because we need something a little bit more appropriate. Where's that music? There we go. Guys reminding me of this friggin' crap right here. Oh man, this doesn't mix at all. Whatever, we're gonna put it up for one fight. See if it's the inspiration that's needed. Alright, just destroyed my own decoys. Perfect. As you do. Alright, into the weave we go. Oh, dang. Just dodged everything. Oh. Bad weave. Left. Yeah, the thing is, he's covering everything. He's got his constant damage, he's got his plink damage, he's got his following damage. Basically, he's got pressure and power and everything. Oh. How dare you avoid the weave? Alright, that's enough of that. Back to this. This will happen. Music's kind of quiet. Yeah. That was actually from Pokemon Red and Blue. It was the champion fight. That's why I keep calling him Gary. So basically, if you haven't played that one, somehow, there's just a guy that's following you around as your rival the entire time, and then you get to the very end. They're like, oh, you're supposed to beat the Elite Four, and then you beat those four, and they're like, we meant Elite Five. And then you go through a room, and it's like, yeah, been following you all game, losing like a chump, and now I have the best team in the game, and at that point, oh, you dickery. But yeah, at that point, like, he just gives this long speech of like, I have prepared for every situation, and he basically has all the types and everything, and that's his whole shtick. In reality, he's just really overleveled, but okay, dodge. Is music still quiet, by the way? I don't know how loud or not loud everything is right now. Just let me know if I should adjust anything, and I will. Yeah, point being, this guy is pulling a complete Gary right now. He's just like out of nowhere. He's the ultimate champion. There's no reason I should have missed that shot. Suck it, Gary! There we go! Ah. Hell yeah! Alright. Man, that was awesome. Thank you, Mr. Javelins. Holy crap. Suck it. Now that is satisfying. Dude, no coffee hawk. The starch diet is all I'm ever using for this now. That's that feeling when the coffee kicks in. Alright. So, this guy, this should feel like nothing by comparison. Man, you know what? Right now, I'm friggin' giddy for seeing TBM get wrecked for like 5 straight videos by that guy. Like, not in a negative way, it's just gonna be fun to see how he does it. Like, I know he uses OPI and everything, but still. Alright. That's adorable with your Sawa. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't compare now. Alright, can you hear the music a little better now? Hopefully it's all fixed now. Ah. You've also got moves. Nope. That was a very bad dodge from my part. Right. And fire. Tempest as an AI? Oh, please do. Actually, he kind of did. A little bit. Yeah, Mr. Javelins, have you seen his Tempest? Okay, nay on the music. Alright. Putting it up a little bit farther then. Alright, how's that? Actually, let me pause it and actually have the chat up to be able to see what the hell you're saying. Hopefully the music's loud enough now. Actually, I feel like it might be a little bit too loud. But please do tell. Wow, what the hell is going on here? I just got freaking rocked like crazy. Can't hear anything other than the voice. How's that? I'm here now, but just barely? Okay. Man, okay, this guy's got accuracy too. Good stuff. We've got the super AIs going now. You know what? They need to get you on board to just, like, design all the AIs for the friggin', like, AC3, just like early 3rd gen remake. Let's go get Mr. Javelin to do it. I'll go sign up for playtesting. Unfortunately, they're still going to fall victim to that, but... Construct it? Yeah, there we go. Let's go get Moody Data to get off his pedestal and hand over the information. We'll just go make our own remake. Like, take over the project that is now abandoned forever. I think that was Moody, right? He has no OPI either? That I can believe, because this guy isn't, like, he's actually dodging pretty well without doing any crazy aerial maneuvers. The last guy, though, he's going with a pretty heavy build, and he's, like, hovering all over the place. But yeah, there we go. Got him. Yeah, this is I think this might be my favorite arena yet. Like, I was joking about Devil Cypress before, but yeah, no. Devil Cypress, I ain't got nothing on these guys. There we go. Ah, good stuff. Wait, no, don't review replay. No! Yeah, true, Tempest doesn't have OPI. Man, Tempest with OPI... Okay, there was actually a very similar one that was in one of these arenas. I think it had OPI, but it was just kind of like a charging brick house. I mean, could do it that way, I suppose. Anyway, that is Arena 8 completed. Go to Arena 9. How's music sounding at this point? Can you hear it alright? Upped it by another few percent. There we go. Upped it a little bit farther. In fact, let's do this. Move it down from here. Move it up on here. Alright, how's that? Does that sound about right? I'm gonna assume that probably sounds about right. Ooh, the Zeo legs. I haven't seen these in a while. Oh man, this thing looks like an MT. Okay. You know, it's hard to even make predictions on their movements at this point. Good. You're probably going to be out about all range coverage. Alright, we've got some swarms. I'll throw these out for a little bit. Who's Tempest? So Tempest is one of the ones that Cal put together. I believe it was the modified version that was in the AI tournament. But the thing is basically like a brick wall with an 800 MG and swarm missiles. Okay, I want to point out, that guy just touched me twice and my shields are about to fall off. Like, what the hell was that even? How do you pull that off? Okay. Interestingly, dodging... Okay, playing well to the hover strengths. Feels like he's using probably a similar pattern to that other one. Mostly I'm wondering how the hell he pulled off that thing where he almost blew my shields off immediately. Yeah, you can. So here's the thing, though. So with this one, so Silent Line, Master of Arena, and Verdict Day. Those are the ones that you can go and you can build AIs and basically you can train them to do certain things. In Formula Front and Verdict Day, you can set up fights where you basically have the AIs go fight each other. In Verdict Day, that involves multiplayer, so I know there was a guy that did an AI tournament, and that was pretty fun to watch, even if it was really hard to follow. Formula Front is the one for 3rd gen, though. Yeah, there is PvP. There's PvP. It's kind of laggy as hell. We're doing a tournament right now. So, like, if you end up... Like, if you have 2 people with a PS3, for example, you can use something party. Like, PSP party or something. It was some inbuilt app that you could use. So that one worked pretty well. You also look like you belong in an intro. Kind of like the one from AC2, actually. But yeah, so if you end up using the emulated method through Hamachi, you can kind of do it. It's just... Yeah, like they're saying, it's just kind of slow. Like, it depends where you are. Like, with a few people, I was able to connect with no problems. Like, whenever I go and fight Leos, for example, which, by the way, looks like I have to fight him a second time now. Is that all lined up because both of us lost our first fights? Well, I guess he technically lost the second fight, which you'd think would mean that I have to fight somebody else? Whatever. Anyway, point being, like, whenever we have a connection, it's dang near perfect. But whenever, say, I'm going against anybody else in another country, it's basically going at 2 miles an hour. One part is, this also means you can just, like, micromanage the ever-loving Christ out of your dodges. So, for example, the one that I did against, I think it was Celtic, had one where he was doing a Sawa and sniper build and could just, in super slow-mo, just dodge everything. It was fantastic. It was so satisfying, I'm not even gonna lie. I wound up speeding it up because people were requesting it requesting for it to be speeded up. I did. Or sped up, I should say. Always correcting other people's grammar, can't seem to figure it out on my own, but either way. So, when doing my build for Buster's FF, I realized Overlord uses a lot of crest parts. Yeah, he's kind of a crusty sword, isn't he? Any in-depth LPs of games from 2 onward? Cow does them, I do them. It depends on whether you want commentary or not. TBM does them too. I actually should have mentioned him first, he's the one that has the biggest fan base. I mean, it's a pretty limited thing as you're going to do, but Buster TBM, he's the one that's got the most. He does commentary and runs. Usually he does kind of gimmick runs. Royal does a lot of runs. He doesn't do commentary. Cow does a lot of challenge runs. He can't do commentary at the moment, though it would be really interesting to hear a lot of it. Let's see. Actually, I don't need decoys because he doesn't have missiles. Let's see, Celtic, I think he does mostly PvP. I know I'm forgetting stuff, and sorry if I am, I'm just fighting this guy at the moment. Anyway, I do challenge runs and all that sort of thing. Used to do a lot more commentary runs, it's just whenever I do them, it seems like immediately there's just, like, nobody looking at them. Like, somebody go look at the first one, and it's like, we don't care. And they take kind of a while to do. But no, I like to do randomized runs of AC3 mostly. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, that seems to be breaking a lot lately. Alright, that guy was fun, but not as much of a challenge as the other ones. Okay. I think I've watched 1, 2, and 4 answer. Okay, so TBM's done runs, and I do a fair number of runs for 3rd gen. For 4th gen, that's who I'm forgetting, Siphon Razor. So Siphon Razor is the one to look for 4th gen. He does a lot of that. He actually does a like, request a build and do a thing kind of series, just like TBM does. Ooh, I like the aesthetics on this one. Kind of reminds me of those suits from The Matrix. Nice. But yeah. Maybe one day, ProCow. Maybe one day. Looking forward to that day. Alright, drop these. Probably don't need the minis, but they're not taking a whole lot of weight, so whatever. But yeah, as far as general content, let's see. I think TBM and I probably put out the most commentary stuff for 3rd gen. He mostly does late 3rd gen, I mostly do early. Siphon does 4th gen. What's his face? What can I remember right now? We've got 2 guys, well, more than 2 guys, but a few people that do 5th gen multiplayer and that kind of thing. And again, there was that guy that did the AI tournament. It was either Sash or... it was either Sash or FromChang that did the AI tournament for that. I have to finish watching that. That was really fun. Not confident enough in my social skills to do commentary. I'm often tired. Yeah. Know the feeling. I think I was just... I don't know. I usually just tend to ramble on about stuff, which also pisses people off more than it actually appeals, but whatever. Okay, I'm loving how this guy's actually switching between all of his stuff. Look at this awesomeness! He's basically two-legged Barchetta. He's sexy Barchetta, that's what he is. Alright. That was fun. Moving on. Yeah, usually I ramble enough to piss off my wife, so, figured screw it, why not do this? Make it a hobby? Maybe someday AC will get popular and I can make money off it. Bam. Done deal. Turns out I'm actually kind of pretty okay at this sort of thing. Oh, right, he's got missiles. I should have prepared for this inevitability. Oh, by the way, I know I probably mentioned it a few times already, but if you are curious about the music, there's a guy that probably deserves a fair bit of support. His link is in the description. That he's basically going through and doing a bunch of AC-inspired music, so, you know, definitely something to go give a little bit of love to there. Don't want to do the whole, you know, push on the buttons and do the likings and the subscribings and all that sort of thing. Apparently that does boost stuff up in terms of visibility, but I think it's fair to say that we're kind of a community that's never been big on liking so much as disliking things, but hey, such is life, right? Dang it, that last shot. Get him. Come on, stop dodging my... Got him with the very last shot. There. Nailed it. If this was a popular sport now we would be rich, yeah, if only. So, okay. So I know this sounds stupid, and I know this sounds like self-fulfilling sort of a thing, but as far as analytics and crap go, I've been reading a lot about that lately, and yeah, the whole like amount of people that have seen a thing to how many like the thing seems to apparently help cause it to get advertised to different stuff. So if you see anybody putting out AC stuff, just like hit the friggin' like button. Just whatever it is, you know? Support that crap. So I've been trying to do, usually, I'm pretty sure people have noticed, if I go and comment on a thing, it's got at least another like on it. Actually, come to think of it, I have other ways of handling that too. Yeah, right? So yeah, I think as far as challenge runs go, the two best to watch, ProCow and Superfleet. Like, hands down the best as far as general, like, challenge runs and that sort of thing. I do stupid gimmick runs and consider myself pretty decent, mostly when it comes to using stuff that shouldn't be used. Like rockets. I'm pretty good with rockets, I'm pretty good with mines. Just like all the crap that isn't actually practical. ProCow is pretty amazing with parries and all that sort of thing too, and we've got, is it Celtic that does the sword stuff? Thank you, Mr. Javelins. And then we've got Royal, who does his challenge runs too. He likes to build very very theme-specific stuff, and I haven't seen as much from him lately, but I think it's just because of the same thing, you know, where we keep going and putting out stuff and putting out stuff and putting out stuff, and then it's like, 5 people have seen this. It has -2 likes, and and yeah, I mean, I can understand why that would get a little bit iffy after a while. Let's see, you can speak English, I can provide feedback. But yeah, so there's a fair few people putting out stuff. I've gone and tried putting links to everyone's stuff in the Reddit here. Actually, you know what, let me, where is it here? So, here, go to this Reddit. Where is it? Here's this daily. Here's this. So, under the categorized list of stuff. Yeah, I know, it's Reddit. It's, you know, at least there's more people going to it now. A little while ago, I tried to get more people going to this Reddit, so, for example, I'm a mod over at the Tactics Ogre one, and so I know the Strategy RPG one, which went and connected over to the Super Robot Wars one, which they said it was close enough to Armored Core to connect those two, so that seemed to get a few more people going. I mean, I know, Mr. Counting, I know, it's Reddit, but where are you gonna go? The Facebook one is toxic as all crap, so... Generals for AC? Unfortunately, I don't know, like, there were a bunch of them, so... There were a few communities for Discord. The only one that I know of that's sort of nice is the AC YouTube Discord, which at this point I think could well be opened up to other things, but Royal tries to keep things pretty close-knit there, because again, the AC community has a bad habit of going and fragmenting itself over and over and over. A good example of that was the Raven's Nest. It was kind of the main one on Discord for a while, and then it took one guy being a douchebag for a day, and it just died. Like, it was really dumb. And then, let's see, there used to be AC Legacy, that's pretty much dead now. Raven Republic, that's pretty much dead now. The one with the most people is the Facebook one, but it's just like a place where people go and post fan art over and over. There's one for the 5th gen side, that's the AC Discord 2.0, after the first one toxicked itself to death a couple years ago. But yeah, no. What did he do? Well, he basically just decided he didn't like Mr. Procow's gimmick, so he took some random emoji crap as a personal insult. Like, literally his AC was the only one that he would allow in the little emoji thing. So I think he was doing like a parry blade thing, and so it was like his AC plus a knife plus a skull. Like, oh, this is a personal insult. Oh my god, this is horrible. Oh my god, Drama Queen's gonna have a heart attack. And basically, well, he started having this whole hissy fit. He banned Cow. He started banning anyone, like, he started trying to mute anyone that defended him. It was, oh, this stupid crap. The main mod of the thing came and took away his mod status after that and kicked... I don't think he actually kicked him out. Basically, if you've heard of Okami, it's that guy. Or Crimson Wolf Vin, I think he goes by too. Everywhere he goes, it's just, oh, I'm a victim, feel bad for me, everyone did so much bad to me. And he just breaks out in Shakespearean plays as soon as anyone says anything remotely negative in his direction. So last I heard, he went off and started off some D&D server for Armored Core, which sounded cool at first, but oh my god, that mess was creepy. So I just went ahead and left, and I'd rather never hear about that guy again. But either way, that's kind of how that goes. So, you know, spare yourself the drama. What else? So, yeah, the Facebook one's the best one for visibility. There's also the YouTube Facebook one. For some reason, lately, the thing has been if you mention AC6, you get crucified. It's already confirmed, so there's really no need for people to be so negative about it. Either way. Honestly, that right there, that's not wrong, probably. They had like this whole master-slave thing going on. That's kind of the point when I decided that I don't even... I wanted to, you know, I saw there were people there. I was going to post links of like, oh, you know, here's another run, you know, more exposure, that kind of thing. No. I'm seeing this whole master-slave crap going on. Like, this is some weird kinky crap. I'm out of here. So, that was that. Hover poke is the... Oh, yeah. Man. Mr. Javelins, what are the odds of putting hover poke in one of these arenas? Actually, you know what? Hover poke looks a lot like Mr. Pokey. Actually, come to think of it. Random thing here. Where is it? This one. I'm curious. So, I was mentioning earlier about Adieu and Jacko. I'm just really curious right now, what would happen if we went and had a rematch of that? I want to see just how many times it would take for Adieu to win it. Just a random curiosity since we're going ahead and just kind of discussing whatever anyway. Where is he? Adieu? Come on, Adieu. The champion that never was. Was there a chance? It's not this one. It's he's on Team Awesome, I think. Awesome. There we go. And there we go. Feels like they should fight in the desert because that's where the Fox-Eye had everybody taken out. And so you can one-shot really fragile builds and kill anything 2 to 3, even the final Pulverizer. The Pulverizers don't have much health, though, surprisingly. It's actually kind of amazing how little health they have, all things considered. Okay. So does Adieu actually have a chance? So here's the thing. Adieu's whole secret is he's so frickin' slow, half the time the AI does not know how to actually aim at him. So most of the time the only stuff that can actually hit him is really plinky stuff, and he's got really high plink defense. That's the only reason this guy ever won like 6-something fights in the tournament. It's just because the AI didn't know what to do. In one case, Evangel just completely forgot how to even shoot. That was pretty great. Is the finger OP in this one or already not? Depends which one you're talking about. So in Silent Line, it's arguably still kind of OP, just because it's got a fair bit of ammo to it. Let's see. When it came to later games like this, not so much. Like later 3rd gen, it kind of became underpowered in many ways. So much so that somebody had to pretty much be in your face the entire time for it to even be a threat. So it's mostly fireworks at that point. The finger's decent here, but not like Gen 1. Yeah, so Gen 1 will... Hopefully they never do that again. Like, oh, here's a friggin' machine gun with 3,000 rounds. Oh, wait, we forgot to make it use 5 shots at one time. I'm sorry, we mean... we mean in reality it's got 15,000 rounds that it fires 5 at a time. What? I don't know. What do you mean it's imbalanced? It's perfectly balanced, duh. Yeah, still has high DPS but no ammo and no accuracy. So as you saw with Silent Line there, it still was reasonably accurate, but yeah, once you get into later 3rd gen, just completely isn't. Yeah, I don't think Mr. Adieu here has any hope whatsoever of actually winning this fight. But never mind on that. Back to Silent Line. Got like 9 minutes here till it's time to go wake up the kiddo. I don't want to go fight that guy again. Where's Lab 8? Or Lab 7, rather. Not this guy. It was Lab 8. Nah. 15,000 isn't much for the size they are. Well, I mean, maybe, but considering a lot of stuff, maybe it's a bit up there. Yeah, this guy right here. Man. Friggin' love this one. He's forever known as Gary. Ah, Gary the Wonder Mech. Let's see if we can deathless this thing. Kinda doubt it because my friggin' hand's sore as hell, but whatever. Give this a go. I'm gonna try and deathless the ultimate arena. It's actually funny how just like over time, it seems like a lot of these just are immediately getting overwritten by other stuff. Like even Grandmaster seems so easy at this point compared to these ones. Alright. Deathless run, not so deathless so far. Also, may kind of sort of just be practicing for the upcoming fight with Leos here. I don't know when that's going to happen or when he's going to have time for it, but... would do that live, except for the fact that it wouldn't actually function doing it that way. I'm pretty sure Hamachi would eat itself. Alright. Come on, one more. Then I just gotta wait for him to time out. There we go. Did it. Mega XLR AC makes it cool though? Yes, very true. Hang on, too small for point blank fighting. What? What? I mean, you just run up and shoot the thing. You really don't need it to lock on. I mean, at that point, you really just run forward and keep it shooting forward. Yeah, actually, you know what? Mr. Javelins, if you're still here, there's another idea for you. Just a bunch of, like, movie and game remakes. Like, right there, use the Megas. I can go ahead and send over the build for a proper Metal Gear. That'd be pretty great. And this little weave is doing a pretty solid job on these ones. And he's on fire. This mech is on fire. Alright. Get out of here, exile. Oh, you're supposed to be exiled. Maybe this is Exile's Island. Exiland? I don't know why it is that every time I read, well, go and reference Exile in anything, he immediately dies. Like, every single time that I've remade it, or just, like, made Exile as a character in any kind of XCOM-like game whatsoever, he's pretty much eaten it right off the bat. Just this bizarre curse. Like, I want to say in the recent XDiv run, I think he burned down with an entire frickin' building. Pretty much his first outing. And that almost never happens. Well, actually, I should clarify, I usually have a tendency to set entire blocks on fire, so maybe it happens somewhat frequently in that run, but hey, you know, we're not talking about that. And he's done. I'd say accuracy makes you get up close like a shotgun, except shotguns are way more accurate. Yeah, video game shotguns are never accurate. Actually, it's funny, you know what was amazing? The very first time I went through New Vegas, like the sudden discovery of, oh my god, somebody made a video game shotgun with realistic accuracy, more or less. You can actually hit stuff with the thing and it's actually good, and basically then I just like found a hunting shotgun and never used anything else the rest of the game. Well, I should clarify, I had the starter pistol and the hunting shotgun, and that's like all I used all game. Ended up getting a bunch of unique crap, didn't even use it, and like, no, these two are perfectly fine. Alright. Hang on, need a little more coffee here. Whoa, that was the first lag spike I've seen in a while. Yeah, LR shotguns can be pretty amazing. Actually, the alloy shotguns in particular are really satisfying. if you ever want a fun, like a really fun run of the thing, just play as a super heavy AC, like friggin' alloy shotgun in one hand, pistol in the other, and then like whatever you want anywhere else. Just play the thing like a first-person shooter. It's way more satisfying than it sounds. Actually, let's see. I think I had, I had that like M16 looking rifle in the left. Had the alloy shotty in the right, and then I think a backup pistol on each hand or something. It's really fun. I love the first-person mode in that one. Kinda wish they all had a first-person mode. I mean, this one did, just not for the portable remake. It looked really nice, too. I guess they just figured nobody would do it, so... Alright. Now for the champ himself. Can lightning strike twice? Gotta end this with a Gary fight. One way or another. Adjust the headset real quick here. Alright, one way or another. Go, Gary. Do the weave. Tagged him. Dodge. No. Pass. He didn't... Okay, he didn't go left that time. Now I was a little bit off, but I was right on the predict. Got him. Also want to say, you know what? I think in the future I'm just going to save this guy's fight right here. Just keep him around as the warm-up fight for the future. Like, man, this guy's freaking awesome. Yes, yes, I know. You break shields like nobody's business. I love this thing so friggin' much, though. Also, why does this slow music play every time I fight this guy? Ah. Alright, let's see. Very satisfying, the whole... time where you're dipping out of enemies' range when you're moving... Yeah. Pretty darn satisfying. Not enough ammo to get through some missions. Yeah. But still, you know, you can have some fun in the meantime. Let's see. Should experiment to see how far it's possible to get with double fingers. Yeah, didn't get the early on him. Didn't get the deathless, unfortunately, but whatever. This is still gonna remain as my favorite fight. Got him. Burn, baby, burn. AC Inferno. Hangers, you can get 4 pistols going. Actually, you know what? I did that once for what I was calling the max run. If you ever played MDK Armageddon, there's this dog with 4 arms called Max. And his default thing is running around with 4 pistols, because he's got 4 arms. He's basically... He kind of looks like if General Patton was made into a dog with 4 arms. And he just like runs around with a cigar in his mouth. Like with 4 pistols, and you can just upgrade it to anything you find lying around. I think his best thing is like running around with 4 miniguns. So he's just like running around friggin' firing an entire room's worth of nonsense. Pretty fantastic. Ah. I will do this again, dang it. I will re-get you, Gary. Sorry, this is just too fun to not repeat again. This is gonna be the last fight anyway. I gotta get my kiddo up. Well, I mean, not this whatever. Whenever he loses again. I guess technically speaking, I don't have to get the kiddo up for another hour, but I probably should at some point. At least keep an eye out for that. If only we had hangers and ammo backpacks in the same game, right? It's weird how they took so much stuff out and then didn't, like, actually figure out a way to replace it. Like, okay, howitzers I can understand because they were worried about, you know, overheat and weird firing arcs and whatever. Presumably they just messed with the engine or who the hell knows what. But, like, for example, the ammo pack thing, they made a big deal of, like, okay, we need to have shoulder packs in this. And then the shoulder packs made no sense in terms of what they could do. Because, okay, you get more for a rifle, right? But if you're running a rifle build, you don't ever need them. Like, the two weapons that they're made for, the rifles and laser rifles, are never, with one exception, are never the ones that actually needed those packs. Like, I figured they would work with sniper rifles or something first time through, and it's like, no, they definitely don't. So, they don't work with sniper rifles, they don't work with heavy laser rifles, they don't, like, the mini-saw was the only one that it's practical to use those for. Because most of the other ones are perfectly fine, and those aren't the ones you're running into ammo issues with. So then previously, it always kind of seemed like they designed all the parts with what would practically be an issue for them. Like, for example, the ACs can't necessarily turn very well, so you had turn boosters. You know, they run into ammo issues. Okay, you get the ammo extenders that are pretty much universal. You know, you have energy and cooling issues. Okay, you can slot in parts that'll solve that problem for you too. So, anyway, it just seems strange. I should note, this guy's basically got shell defense for days. It's kind of amazing. They made those ammo extensions for left arm, though. It would be all over them. Probably. I think the best way that they could have handled it is how they handled it in Verdict Day, where they basically still had extensions and all that, but all of your booster things were relegated to your shoulder, which your shoulder unit basically took the place of what was previously your back parts and your inside parts. So it was basically your universal gadget slot, your extension slot, your whatever. So your anti-missiles went in there if you wanted them, your if you wanted a sort of EO type situation, those went in there. If you wanted, let's see, if you wanted your missiles, they went in there. If you wanted your ammo extensions, they went in there. If you wanted a lock-on booster, which is one of my personal favorites, that went in there too. And it was basically just an item that you put in there, and for you and everyone else around, all of your lock-ons would be that much better, but you're basically trading a very strong utility slot for that. So, it was a very good balance that they did on that one. Like I said, I absolutely love the way that they actually did the balance in Verdict Day. It's just, I don't know, the multiplayer is kind of toxic in that one. Like, I should clarify, I don't mean, like, necessarily the normal kind of toxic. I mean, it's not necessarily the people. The people that are there are fine. It's the way that the maps go, the way that the fights end up going, it's frustrating. Because you'll run into situations where you cannot do an actual thing. Like, for example, there was one time where somebody had made an AI, there's these UNAC things, and the thing is just sitting there, and just covered by two buildings. There's 4 of us, and we can't actually touch the thing, because nobody's got something that can hit it effectively. It's a tank, it's got pretty much effective defense against everything. So, no one can do anything but plink it, and it has one of the more powerful sniper cannons in the game. Basically means as soon as you hit it, you are stunned, you fall into the water, and you take continuous damage. It will then repeat this process over and over. I forget how exactly it was able to follow up on that, but it had some method of just attacking from there. So we thought the other 3 beat him, no problem. And the 3 of us are just sitting there. Like, the moment that we leave cover, the thing just goes and snipes, and that's the end. So 4 of us end up losing. We tried to friggin' bum rushing the thing, and it ends up sniping 2 before we can even get to it. And then finally the last two try to get to, and then it pulls out like a chain gun or something and finishes them off. But still. You know, it was just one of those weird situations. And there we go. There's another Gary dead. Fly to the sky, except I can't. Oh well. Like, can we all get along and hug kittens? Who knows? Because we're human beings and we suck. Do you like the wall jumping mechanics for single player? Yeah, exactly. It's fun in single player, it's a good little limitation, but it feels super weird in multiplayer. Like, Four Answers I loved, 3rd Gen I loved. Couldn't really get into the multiplayer of that one. Absolutely loved the single player, though. You know, that being said, it has collected more dust than I've ever seen collected in one place right now, but that's mostly because my kid's playpen is in the way, and I can't actually get to it, and I'm not exactly willing to pull it out and move it anywhere else. Its only use these days is going and playing friggin' Blu-rays. So yeah, the glorified DVD player. So, as always, thank you for showing up to one of these things. Mr. Javelins, if you're still here, friggin' love this AC. Love this design right here. It's easily one of the best. What one of the best? It is the best. Let's see, like the one, yeah. Let's see, the back ammos in Phantasma added about 50% a piece. Oh, crap, I forgot about that. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. It's 32,000 shots. Holy hell. I always forget. You know, I always thought, mentally, it never internalized, so I always thought that those came into being around, around AC2. Like with the sort of clippy-looking ones. What is it about AC2's designs that are so satisfying? Like, somehow every little piece you can look at it and it's like, yeah, you know that makes a satisfying click when it goes into place. Like, especially the little, like, back ammo packs. Like, yeah, that's gonna be real satisfying when it gets attached. You know what they need? They need to bring back that attachment sound from AC1, that whole kind of thing. I hope they do. Whatever AC thing they're working on next, I hope they bring that back. Back. To see what made Buster Potty Mouth? What? Wait, what? What are you talking about? I mean, he swears every now and then. Everyone swears at some point. I mean, I friggin' got raised Catholic, so I'm completely unable to swear unless nobody else is around. But yeah, what happened? Is there some video that just came out that I missed? Alright, let's look at the subscriptions. 'Cause I thought I looked at the Grand Champion one. Ooh. Somebody made a horror roguelike. That's interesting. I'll have to take a look at that in a little bit. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything new from TBM, so yeah, what did I miss? Well, I don't know. With the John Eyeball thing, I don't friggin' know. Maybe it's over here in the video section. Nobody wants to tell me what's going on. Nope. I see nothing. Well, alright, I think it's about time to call this one then. Again, oh. Got a comment, Buster saying, holy yes, dude, in a comment. Huh. Maybe you saw Superfleet's videos or something. Well, anyway. Time to go take a look at that then. Not sure what that's... Nope, nope. That's another thing that I want to go take a look at in just a sec. Yes, I am wondering what that is. Yeah, so anyway, I'll go cut this off now. Thanks for showing up. I got some stuff to go look up.